Hey gorgeous people, I am your friend Kevin and this is your Divine Daily Blast. We are in Angel Numerology number 4 day today, which is all about having faith. Your angels are around with you today. Spiritual blessings are about, but this is actually, if I really did my sums right, it's actually an Angel Numerology number 11 day. Let me see. Yes, because we've now gone into the 10th month of the year, so I should probably grab the 11, Destiny and Spiritual Power. Spiritual blessings, that is everything about the number 2 energy, because 1 and 1 does add up to 2, only amplified. So including an exclamation point, so I should take this number 4 out because that doesn't really fit. Divine intervention is at play with this number 11, and it's a day to be completely present to the power of the divine. Allow your personal faith to be both your ally and your teacher today, and allow all this energy to encourage some forward movement. Keep going, no matter what you hear, no matter what you see that is counterintuitive to you, just keep going. Use the High Priestess energy today. Now, a little warning, if you will, from the moon. Mother Moon has moved into the sign of Aquarius, and she's basically giving us words of wisdom. Be careful not to waste your breath on anyone or anything today, because Mercury and Jupiter, Mercury the planet of communication and Jupiter the planet of expansion, are at odds. So there's going to be a lot of chatter, probably a lot of chatter, a lot of bother, a lot of just silliness, but not all of it will be worth your listening to. So Mother Moon says avoid being in the mindless chatterbox of, because I equate mindless chatter to something similar to gossip, unless it is just passing the time. And you can pass the time with people and be quite pleasant, quite jovial, quite lovely, but there is a time that we have to move on and get with the program. So my isms today: I am feeling glorious, I am feeling strong, I am feeling magnificent, I am feeling courageous, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling worthy, I'm feeling wealthy, I'm feeling loved. You can go on and on and on and on, but any one of these is perfectly okay if you actually get into the feeling of it. What does the feeling of gloriousness mean? How does it feel to be glorious? Whenever if you said, I'm glorious, this is just glorious, strong, magnificent, all of those things. The other one you could see, if that's a little too much, I am blessed. Count whatever blessings you've got. The ability to open your eyes, the ability to see colour, the ability to take in nature, the ability to take in your surroundings, any of those things. Even at times when there's nothing but a deluge of rain, grateful, blessed. I've got rain to feed animals, to feed the ground, to replenish the earth, to clean and cleanse. Words to say to make things come your way. With the law of manifestation, you feel something before it arrives, but then you go into the action of making statements, affirmations. I am bold and receptive of fill in the blank. And no accident that we should have a message from the manifesting angels. Know that words have great manifesting power. When you call upon us, be specific about the help you need, or ask for our help choosing the words. Archangel Gabriel's good at that. I believe in my own magic. I lovingly speak positive words into reality. I like that image, and I like that affirmation. I lovingly speak positive words into reality. So, taking Mercury as our guide for communication, go about your business by lovingly speaking positive words into reality. I think that makes sense. Archangel Sandalphon and Metatron helping us navigate the human experiences, sacred connections, working with synchronicity, opening your divine connection and understanding the lessons that you are being taught and given. And today's lesson could be stay out of this negative claptrap. I was fussing this morning. I've got a text message from none other than the politician known as Chuck Schumer. I think that's his name. Oh my goodness. Going on and on and on about what the GOP people are up to and not doing and doing. And then he had the unmitigating gall to ask for a donation. Really? Really? Seriously? You don't know me? You have no idea who I am. You probably wouldn't take time out on the street to acknowledge my existence. And you have the unmitigating gall to find my personal cell phone number, to send me a message and ask me for money. Well, if you're that bothered, put your hand in your own pocket and pay those bills yourself. Don't ask hard-working people to donate money to your daft cause. It's ridiculous. All right, that's my rant. That's my rant. You know, I do live and work. I do live and walk and work a spiritual path, but every once in a while I have to let out a zinger. I'm just not political. Maybe that upsets some people. I'm spiritual, not political. There's a difference. Gabriel's here. Heal the child within. Work on what parts of you were taken away from you. That playful part, the spiritual part, the fun part, the part that stopped you from using your spiritual gifts. Get in touch with all of those. And I was shuffling on this first day of October, looking for something. Well, basically tuning up the fairy cards, and this card fell out, and I just had to sit and you know, she looks like a very young childlike version of Mystic Bloom. The hair, the dress, the flowers, just fun and whimsical. But look, she's found herself a fairy, and the message is really all about fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. I'd rather do that than anything else today. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact the opposite is true. Believing is seeing. When we see it, we actually believe it. When we realize we've manifested something of great importance, then we believe in manifestation. When what we thought we would like to have actually presents itself to us, there is our receipts. So you could try photographing fairies, even if you can't see them with your own eyes. A camera, many of you seen these photos, can often pick up fairy essence. It might appear as a beam of light or a tiny orb, but the best place to do this is out in nature, either in your own garden or in the woods. So Midsummer's Eve is the perfect time, but we pass that if you're in the northern past that if you're in the northern or the southern hemisphere. Most likely going to see a fairy if you care about nature and the environment, and they will be more willing to connect with you. You know, I'm often in awe of these wonderful manicured ornate gardens that people spend hours procuring, putting the right shrubs and herbs and making unbelievable patterns. Where I come from in England, there are many stately homes and their gardens are magnificent. But what pleases me the most, I think, in my own natural nature habitat, is to create those sort of wild gardens, to create natural areas and just allow whatever's going to grow in those natural areas to grow. The grasses and the ferns and just natural things like that. And then I'm in awe of what exactly is that plant, what exactly is that. And they're not all weeds. And of course, I've shared with you that I take care of friendly feral cats. I've got a family of 5 that are pretty resident, 2 mummies and 2 adolescents, and then 1 big fluffy bruiser that showed up probably about 4 months ago. He's super friendly. I think he used to belong to somebody because he is clearly been neutered. But what a lovely cat. And I'm reminded that these animals, and many of you have shared that your animals that come to your yard, they're basically kind of elfin-like, fairy-like. They've drawn themselves to us because somehow their own spiritual construct, whatever that is, lets them know that we're friendly folk and that we can be trusted. This is how you please nature. This is how you please Mother Nature. This is how you please the environment, the planet. I'm hoping that makes sense. All right, my friends, that's it from me for today. Go out fairy spotting, speak words into existence, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.